Have you ever wondered why it's harder to push a heavy box across a rough surface than a smooth one? Or why your car skids when you brake too hard? The answer lies in a fascinating force called friction. Today, we're diving into the science of friction and how it plays a crucial role in our everyday lives. Friction is the resistance that one surface or object encounters when moving over another. It's a force that can either help us or hinder us, depending on the situation. Without friction, we wouldn't be able to walk, drive, or even hold objects in our hands. But what exactly causes this force? Friction arises from the microscopic interactions between surfaces. Even surfaces that seem smooth to the naked eye have tiny imperfections and roughness. When two surfaces come into contact, these imperfections interlock, creating resistance to motion. This is why pushing an object on a rough surface requires more force than on a smooth one. Here are a few interesting points about friction. 1. There are two main types of friction: static and kinetic. Static friction is the force that keeps an object at rest from moving, while kinetic friction acts on objects that are already in motion. Static friction is usually stronger than kinetic friction, which is why it can be more challenging to start moving an object than to keep it moving. 2. The amount of friction depends on the materials in contact and the force pressing them together. For instance, rubber on asphalt creates more friction than ice on metal. This is why we use rubber tires on cars for better grip and why ice skaters glide effortlessly on ice. 3. Friction generates heat. When surfaces rub against each other, some of the kinetic energy is converted into thermal energy, which is why brakes get hot when you stop a car. This heat can be useful, like when you strike a match, but it can also lead to wear and tear on materials over time. 4. Engineers often design systems to minimize or maximize friction depending on the application. For example, lubricants like oil reduce friction in engines, while sandpaper increases friction to help with sanding surfaces. In summary, friction is a fundamental force that affects how we interact with the world around us. It can slow things down, but it's also essential for movement and control. So, the next time you find yourself struggling to push something heavy or enjoying a smooth ride, remember the unseen force of friction at work. It's a fascinating aspect of physics that shapes our everyday experiences.